Namaste, and good morning, everybody. My name is Andrew Thorne Lyman. I'm on the faculty of Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health in the Center for Human Nutrition. And I've been a member of the Nutrition Innovation Lab since its inception. And I've been coming to Nepal since I was 22 years old, many, many years ago. Today, I have the distinct honor of welcoming all of you to the second half of the Agriculture, Nutrition, Health Scientific Symposium and the Academy Week, which will consist of scientific sessions and plenary panels. So we'd like to begin this welcome session by inviting all of the panelists for this session up to the dais. I'd like to begin by inviting the Honorable Professor Dr. Geeta Bhakta Joshi to come up, please. And Ms. Monica Villanueva, who will be presenting on behalf of Ms. Carrie Rasmussen, the Director of Health of USAID, who unfortunately has lost her voice today. I'd like to invite Dr. Sunita Kadiala of the ANH Academy and London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, please. And last, Dr. Madhu Devkota of the Institute of Medicine at Tribhuvan University. Thank you all for joining us today. So for us in the Nutrition Innovation Lab, this is the 5th annual scientific symposium. The event was started in 2012 with the goal of strengthening learning around the links between agriculture and nutrition in Nepal and facilitating discussion between the scientific community and the policy community and a dialogue that bridges those two groups. I'd like to just begin by taking the opportunity to recognize some of the organizations who've really been critical to making this event happen over the years, including the Institute of Medicine at Tribhuvan University, NTAG, and the Nepal Agricultural Research Council, and of course USAID. This event wouldn't be possible without you, so we'd like to thank you very much. What has been remarkable about these events each year is that every year we gain more and more momentum, and I'll be showing data to back that statement up in a second. I think last year, after we concluded the scientific symposium, we were all just so energized by the energy and the excitement in the room, especially among the younger Nepali colleagues, the students, and the younger researchers. Every year we get more and more people coming to this, and the quality of the abstracts and the science being presented gets better and better. And it's just a really energetic and exciting thing to see happen. This year is particularly special because the event has been co-organized with the ANH Academy, and they've just been phenomenal partners in helping to organize and pull this whole thing together. It's going to be a very exciting week of learning and sharing on the topics of nutrition and agriculture. And I know that many of you have participated in the first 2 days of this, of the learning sessions and the breakout discussions. I know that I participated in a couple, and I learned a great deal. For a multidisciplinary science like nutrition, there's just so much that you can learn within that overall umbrella of nutrition, and we all are sort of challenged to learn beyond our own immediate disciplines. And for the poster and oral presenters, you should all be very proud. Here's some data. So here's the attendees that I was showing. You can see each year until 2016, we've had great growth in the number of people who have attended. Here's some data on this year's symposium. So we had 292 abstracts that were submitted. 32 countries submitted, people from 32 countries submitted abstracts, of which 14% were selected for oral presentations and 22% were selected for posters. And it was actually, I think, for all of us who were on the organizing committees in different communities, one of the biggest challenges was just having to say no because so many people wanted to come to this. We just have limited space and time in the agenda, unfortunately. It's a very hot ticket, so if you're here, consider yourself among the lucky. So this is an interesting audience in that we have at least 2 different categories of attendees. We have many international experts from all over the world. We have thought leaders on many different disciplines with expertise on agriculture, nutrition, economics, anthropology, and many other disciplines. We also have a large number of attendees from Nepal who bring an amazing wealth of knowledge about the local context, a context that is really ripe for learning. Now, as I said earlier, I've been coming to Nepal for 23 years, and I'm still learning. People often describe the country as the root or the yam between two stones, perhaps to emphasize its landlocked nature between its two largest neighbors. But I think it's also appropriate because it suggests the importance of agriculture to the people here. Depending on who you ask, from 66 to 80% of the population is engaged in agriculture, ranking at number 3 in the world in that statistics. Ecologists have described at least 8 different climate zones. The precipitation, the amount of rainfall, varies from 160 to more than 5,000 millimeters per year, depending on where you are. And the altitude variation is greater than any other country in the world, ranging from less than 100 meters down in the Terai, all the way up to more than 8,000 meters, making it the widest variation of any country in the world. I've read that only 20% of the land is arable, although you often see people growing on slopes that defy agricultural science. So when you combine all of this with other risks that farmers face, it means that farmers in Nepal face a very distinct set of challenges. And I think some of the learning labs over the past couple of days were great in illustrating the importance of viewing when we're trying to achieve nutritional goals through agriculture, that we all are challenged to view things through the lens that farmers view, which is it's really just important to incorporate thinking about the risks that farmers face when they plant. There's only a certain number of things they can control. So in putting together the agenda, we've really made an effort to try to work in specific sessions about Nepal and to highlight the great work that's going on here. And we hope that you'll all find these case studies to be very interesting. I have 2 requests for all of you in the room that relate to us getting the most that we can out of this week. For my Nepali colleagues, please forgive me for my Nepali. It's been many years since I've spoken it, since I took lessons at least. Yaha deri deshko manshe anubayako cha. Tapaiharu ek apas makura garnus ragyan badnus. Now, for those of you who didn't understand my version of Nepali, I just encourage them to take advantage of the expertise in the room and to initiate discussions and to share their knowledge with all of the people who are coming from other countries. And I'd like to make a similar request to all of you who are coming here from outside of Nepal. I think during the breaks, if everybody can make an effort to speak to each other, to come up to somebody who they don't know, introduce themselves, and to talk about what they do and what they're interested in, hopefully this will allow us to build some of the connections that can allow us to take the learning and outlive this week.